Welcome to the Audacity and Authority Show, where both voices speak with true authority. I'm your host for this journey, and I'm Precious Chisom. Today, we are tackling a mindset that has shaped the life of many. The belief that your job defines your worth. But is your identity tied behind your professional journey, or is there an identity beyond your career? Let's uncover the truth. Today with me is the amazing, prominent Miss Bridget. She's a business manager for Cotton and Rubies, and professionally, she works as a human resource manager. Let's welcome Miss Bridget.
Yay!
Welcome, Miss Bridget.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us. So, Miss Bridget, can you give a quick story on your professional journey and how it's tied beyond our topic for today?
Okay, so professionally, I work as a human resource manager,
Okay.
and but say for me as a person, I love to do business,
Wow.
right? So I know I want to be professional, and I also want to run a business. So of course, I have to find a way to adjust both of them.
Wow.
And that's, I think, how identity, what I want for myself,
Yeah.
and professionally as well, what I want to do. I think this is how
Oh,
it both
okay.
come together.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
So, my question is going to be, why do the society often equate what you do with who you are?
Okay, so I think that one of the reasons why society equates who you are to what you do,
Yeah.
sometimes maybe because of some because some jobs has certain prestige more
Yeah.
than the other,
Yes.
right? So
Very
say for
true.
example, if you tell somebody, oh, I work in maybe a bank, people tend to look at you as, okay, this person is a big person. But then if you tell somebody else that, oh, I work in maybe as an admin somewhere,
Yeah.
or I have a business, or I have a fashion store, they tend to see you as somebody that does not know what he or she's doing.
You're just that because
Yeah.
it's not okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I
Okay.
think basically because some jobs give prestige
Oh,
beyond the other, so it just helps people to see, okay, think that maybe one job is doing better than the other, whereas I don't think it's true.
thank you so much for that. Okay, ma'am. Have you personally felt pressure to find value in what you're doing in your career?
Yes, because I want to do, or because I want to have a progressive career.
Oh,
I also want to do something prestigious, right?
yeah.
Something people will see and they'll say, "Oh, this is really nice." Do you get
Yeah.
right? So, of course, at some point, I have had to fit in,
Yeah.
like instead of really staying out to do what I want to do.
Oh,
Do you
that's
get?
it. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. Can you point at some negative effects of tying your identity to your job? Like maybe two or three negative effects of tying it.
Okay, so for negative effect, I would say when you associate yourself too much to your job and not understanding yourself as a person,
Yeah.
usually when you lose that job, the person would most likely crash, because it is just like a part of you has been taken out. And I think
Yeah.
that is not right, really.
Oh,
Right? So
okay.
usually there is the aspect of, okay, maybe somebody is depressed or sad, or they break down. Some people even die, right?
That's true.
Because they are no longer associated with a particular job. So I think that that's like a major
Oh,
challenge.
okay. I hope you guys are learning. Oh, all right. Okay. If our identity is not tied to what we do, we shouldn't just tie it. So, how should we find it? What should we define as our identity? Now, I don't want to, I am tying my identity as someone working in an oil company or maybe
Yeah,
as an event host. So,
yeah.
what should we, like, in your own understanding, how should we put it together?
Okay, so I think that
Oh,
you just have to intentionally define your roles,
yes, that's the word.
right? So when you are working professionally, when you are in a place where you are working, understand that I am different from my role as I work here as a human resource manager.
Yes.
I am not tied to human resource management,
Yeah,
right? Right.
yes.
So I think that when you are able to define your roles clearly, it would really help you. So if on days when I am wearing the hat of a human resource manager, of course I do it very well. And on days when I have to work as a business manager, I also do my
Mm,
work well as well. So
wow.
I think is
You have to balance it.
define it.
You
Like no
define
exactly.
it. All right. Okay. So, what advice would you have for somebody that you have a plan for your career and it's not going as planned? What should this person do? Like, which, how would this person rediscover themselves?
Okay, so if you have a career and at the moment it is not what you want, I think that one of the first things is to know what you want,
Yeah.
right? So when you know what you want, you already know what you don't want. Now, while you are still in that place that you do not want, then it is time for you to develop yourself.
Hmm.
Like take courses, watch as many videos as possible,
Yeah.
attend seminars,
Wow.
program, listen to podcasts.
Mm.
I mean, the list is endless. Just ensure that you are learning so much, such that when you have to move from where you don't want to be to
Yeah.
where you want to be, you
Yeah.
look as if you have been there before because you
Yes.
have learned so much.
Yes.
So I think that is a major move, if that's a good word to use.
Okay, can you, in a nutshell, point out the role that purpose, faith play in identity anchoring?
Okay, so when you know, let's say when you know who you are,
Yeah.
when you know whose you are, right, and where you are supposed to go to, I think that to an extent there will be no confusion.
Yeah.
So for me, I know that I love to do business. I love fashion. So even when I didn't have opportunity to be out there doing fashion
Mm.
because I was at work,
Yeah.
there were days when maybe on weekends I
Mm.
probably intentionally go to places that speaks to the things that I love,
Yeah.
right? So even when an individual is in a place where they do not like,
Yeah.
or in a field where they do not find a sense of fulfillment in, you can intentionally redirect your focus to where your fulfillment is. And it's just a matter of time, really. A matter of time and consistent learning. When you consistently learn, you definitely go to the right place. That's the place of your purpose, really.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, can you please give our viewers a mindset shift they can start practicing today in the aspect of career, as an entrepreneur, and as a HR? So, give our viewers a mindset shift. I'm sure they are anticipating that. I'm very sure they are.
Okay, so for mindset shift, I would say that knowing where you are is I believe is the beginning of deliverance, right? When you already know where you don't want to or who you don't want to become,
Mm.
you don't want to obviously become somebody that would leave a job and at the end of the day you are frustrated because you have
Mm.
not built anything.
Yeah.
So while you are doing your job, also focus on your business. Your business now could be any other thing that you are doing, like that gives you joy. You
Wow.
know, we spoke earlier about how that you might not find fulfillment in your job, like what you are
Yes.
doing,
Yes.
and then you desire to go somewhere else.
Mm.
So while you are still
At
in that
it.
career,
Mm.
continue to build your business. So the idea is face is it do your job
Mm.
and face your business.
Mm.
So you're going to face the business, grow it intention such that on the days when you probably have to leave that job, you have somebody to something to fall back on. And also there's a place of personal branding in your
Mm.
business or in your even in your work, right?
Yes, I was going to ask this question
Okay.
about working and then not being enslaved.
Okay,
So
okay,
what you are answering now is actually giving an answer to what I even wanted to ask next. So
okay.
can you just go on?
All right. So the thing is, when you are working in a space,
Yeah.
right, your employee or your employer do not have access to your life.
Ooh.
They are not the owner of your life,
Yeah.
right? So you have the opportunity to speak so much about what you do.
Mm.
If you don't let people know how much you do,
Yeah.
I mean, nobody is going to know what you're doing. Everybody think you're not doing anything, right? So the more you speak loudly about your job,
Mm.
the more people tend to see you. So some of the places where you can speak about what you do is on LinkedIn. That's if you work professionally.
Yes.
Speak about everything that you do one after the other on LinkedIn. You can talk on maybe TikTok where you
Yes.
share tips on, say for as an HR now, if I want to share tips, I can just start with, okay, here are 5 ways to revamp your CVs.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yes, and it will resonate with people.
Yeah,
And
because
yes, everybody wants to work
of
and have
course,
something more professional.
of
Yeah.
course. So I mean, you can also do something like that for your own career, right? And you really help people. And of course, that way you are also building a brand out of your business, your job,
Mm.
right? And I think that is, I mean, if I want to advise you, I'll just say start today, like this, like this.
Wow, wow. It's been an amazing time. Thank you so much, Miss Bridget, for reminding us that yes, we might have a job, we'll be doing something, but our identity is not tied to that. There is a life after work, there is a life in everything we are doing, in
Yeah.
everything we are doing. And so, please, if this episode resonated so well with you, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification button, and expect to meet us next time, next week, same channel. Thank you so much, Miss Bridget.
Thank you
Thank
so
you. I
much for
really
having me.
appreciate it.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
ma.
Thank you. Bye.